Hey everybody, it's Bjorn, aka Bjorn to Sell, your trusted guide to real estate here in Minnesota. Last week, we talked about how to know if you're ready to sell your home. So let's pretend you are. Now, let's go on to the next step, which is how to get your home showing ready so buyers fall in love at first sight. The way your home looks and feels during showings can make all the difference in how quickly it sells and for how much it sells. A well-prepared home tells buyers that it's been cared for, making it more appealing and leading to stronger offers. It's simple. This is part 2 of a 5-part series on getting your home ready and the whole listing and selling process, so you might want to go back and catch up on part 1. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you can follow along with this series the whole way and see all the other great real estate tips and advice that I offer. So let's jump on into today's video. The first step in making a great impression is decluttering and depersonalizing your space. I've talked about this a lot, actually. Buyers need to be able to picture themselves living in your home. And that's tough to do if they're surrounded by someone else's personal touches. I want you to clear off the countertops in the kitchens and bathrooms. Less is more. Pack away those personal items like family photos, unique decor, and collectibles. Make sure prescription drugs and weapons are tucked away too, and maybe even gotten out of the house for security reasons. Storage space is a big selling point, so don't just shove everything into closets and cabinets and make it look all cluttered. Buyers open doors, they look in pantries, and they take stock of how much storage is available. If your storage space is jam-packed, it sends a message that there isn't enough room. The more open and organized your home looks, simply put, the better. Next, deep cleaning is a big must. A spotless home sells faster, and if you don't want to do it yourself, hiring a professional cleaning service can be one of the best investments you make. It doesn't cost as much as you would think. But if you are going to do it yourself, I want you to make sure that you pay special attention to windows, light fixtures, tops of fans, anywhere that dust can gather. Natural light makes a room feel bigger, and clean fixtures make everything look, well, fresh and better. Wipe down the walls, baseboards, and doors. Those magic erasers that you can get at the old hardware store can work wonders on scuff marks. Kitchens and bathrooms are 2 of the most important areas in the home, so make sure that they shine. Scrub those sinks and tubs and toilets and polish any stainless steel appliances. If anything looks worn or outdated, consider minor updates like replacing cabinet hardware or freshening up the caulking and grout in your bathroom or kitchen. Even small repairs can make a big difference in how buyers perceive your home. For example, a dripping faucet, a squeaking door, or a cracked tile might not seem like a big deal because you've been dealing with it long enough, but to a buyer, these little things suggest, well, a lack of maintenance. Walk through your home and take care of the minor fixes that are easy to do, but that can make that big difference. If a buyer sees a lot of these issues, they might start wondering if there are bigger problems lurking beneath the surface. Now let's talk a little bit about setting the right mood. Buying a home is an emotional experience, and buyers don't just look at the home, they feel it. You want your home to feel warm, inviting, and move-in ready. Open the blinds and let in as much natural light as possible. If you have heavy curtains, swap them out for sheer ones that brighten up the space. Proper staging can also help buyers see how spaces can be used. If you have an awkward nook or an extra room, consider staging it with a desk, maybe a reading chair, or even a simple table to give it a purpose. And when it comes to scent, well, keep it light and natural. Avoid overpowering air fresheners. Something as simple as fresh flowers, a bowl of citrus, or a subtle essential oil diffuser can make a home feel fresh and clean without being overwhelmed. Curb appeal is just as important as the inside of your home. Buyers start forming their impressions the second they pull up to your house. Make sure that that lawn is mowed, the hedges are trimmed, and the walkways are clean. If it's winter, obviously, for sure make sure your walkways are clean and free of ice. If your driveway looks dirty or something like that, make sure you give it the power wash. Even simple things like adding a fresh doormat or a few potted plants near your entryway can make your home feel more inviting. Finally, I want you to make a plan for home showings. It's real simple. Homes that are easy to show get more attention. So, I want you to be prepared for last-minute requests. Here's a simple thing. Keep a laundry basket handy for quick cleanups. This makes it easy to gather up any stray items and tuck them away before a showing. Secure those valuables or personal information before you open your house to potential buyers. And if you have pets, you have to figure out what you're going to do with them during showings. Not everyone loves animals. Some buyers may be allergic, so it's best to have a plan to keep them out of the house. Whether it's boarding or taking them for a walk or you just head down to the dog park for a few hours, have that plan figured out. A well-prepared home sells faster and often for more money. And putting in that little bit of elbow grease up front will make your selling experience much smoother. Now, next week, in the third part of this series, we're going to be tackling home pricing. So, you're going to want to make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any of the great content that's coming up. Also, remember, in the description below is that free Bjorn to Sell listing guide and buyer's guide that is packed full of information to help you navigate this process even easier. I'll be back next week with more great information. So until then, be kind to one another.